My name is Deepa Dwyer. I go by she, her pronouns. I'm a Ph.D. student here at Oregon State University at the College of Earth, Ocean, and Atmospheric Sciences.
My name is Julia Marks Peterson, and I'm a Ph.D. student at Oregon State University in the Ice Core Lab.
I was born and raised in India before my family moved to the United States. And my mom was typically the one to take my brother and I to science museums, to planetariums, botanical gardens. So all of that is what really kind of sparked my interest in the sciences.
About into my sophomore year of college, I decided I really love the environment and I want to go protect it, so I'll do environmental policy. So I took a class titled The Science of Climate Change, and it totally changed my life. I just fell in love with earth science.
As I was finishing up my bachelor's, I realized just how much I enjoyed the prospect of conducting research, which is so different than what you do at your high school science fair project.
And it wasn't until leaving the university and leaving research that I realized how much I really love it and wanted to come back to it.
I study sediments, or mud from the ocean floor. As things kind of flow into the ocean floor, they'll collect, they'll stack up over time. And these stacks is what we call a record in time. And I use these sediment cores to better understand how our past climate, how our past environment may have changed.
So our lab studies paleoclimate. And paleo means past, so our lab studies the climate of the past. And we do that specifically in our lab using ice cores. So we go to these places in the world, these polar regions, where there are stable ice sheets. And what that means is that there's really consistent snow that is building up layers year after year, and there's very little to no melt. And so when we drill down into that ice sheet, we're actually going back in time. We're actually able to look at the different layers from past years. And there are little tiny bubbles in those layers that contain ancient air that we can then extract and measure the concentrations of carbon dioxide or of other greenhouse gases, and that tells us something about the climate of the past.
I think it's just as important being able to understand and appreciate what goes behind scientific discoveries as it is to be part of those discoveries.
My advice would be to keep your eyes, a little farther open, keep the window a little wider, and take courses you might not have otherwise, because it could totally change your track and what you're interested in.